Yeah.
I think anything is possible.
Well, Paladin's point is Yo's forwards are more based on luck rather than him being very good at it. There are some Chinese players who have made a name for themselves being really good at forwarding their opponents. Yo is not one of them.
Okay, well, maybe we'll see lots of sneaky archers
I
from
like
Yo
this
then.
map. Well, Dogao doesn't have as
Oh,
good of a map compared to Yo, but it's a better map compared to the previous two maps by a long shot.
I I don't know what you're saying there. I
Hmm.
think this map is actually quite terrible for Yo.
At least he has wood. And his main gold is towards the side rather than being really far forward. Which is...
Yeah,
I mean,
the
last game he
thing
had that main gold right next to a big hill, and it was pretty far forward, so I still think this is a better map, and at least it feels like it's more even in terms of the maps between the players.
yeah, I'd say this is it is a fairly even map,
Mm-hmm.
but I think we're gonna see a lot of aggression because Yo's base, for example, it's in a crater. This large hills on almost 360 degrees around his TC, and it's really difficult to play any kind of FC style with this kind of map.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Dugao's map, it also has some flaws. Feel he might find a way to wall off. If he walls off on the right-hand side, there's two medium-sized gaps, and if he were to wall those off, for example, if he were to go scouts and then wall his base off at that location,
Yep.
he's got quite a nice base. He has 3 gold piles inside, one, maybe 2 stone piles. So I think Dogao's map, I do think it's a little better, but definitely neither player is going to lose the game because of the map here.
Yep. Well, I like
And
it because it
Yo,
was much more even compared to the previous maps, which is nice to see.
yeah, and they're also they're abnormally close.
Mm-hmm.
If you look, they're very close to each other. Like I'm not sure how many screens apart that is, but it's highly unusual that you're going to be this close.
Yep. It's about 2 screens apart from me. So really, really close, and so just gonna quickly go over the players since we have gone over the maps a little bit. We have Dogao towards the north playing in blue as Huns, and then we have Yo playing in red, also as Huns towards the south, and it looks like he has found most of his resources. Dogao now already heading across the map, he's gonna steal a ball.
Yeah, he's going for the laming.
Yep. Oh, look at that micro. It's just the micro of someone who's stolen so many boar in his life. It's so perfect, the zigzagging.
Well, he's got 34 HP now. See if he's able to pull it off perfectly.
It looks like it's pretty perfect so far.
He's definitely doing a really nice job here. This also shows that, like you were saying, there probably isn't that much lag
Yep.
as
Oh,
Yo is
Yo
coming
just
over
missed
for
it.
the intercept. Oh, and he didn't even have the vision, so
Yep.
really, it's going to be really tough to get in the way of this steal. It's well done by Dogao.
Yo,
That's a
you gotta be
big
careful, he might lose his scout.
Yeah, and also well microed by Dogao with his scout there.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a little bit of a awkward situation when you're trying to micro all your vills, the boar you're coming in with, as well as killing the enemy scout. So he handled that quite excellent.
That was a beautiful ball steal. That was every step of the way. It didn't look like the ball was going to run back at any point. The micro was just perfect and on point, and his economy back at home, if you were looking at it, was also
Yeah.
not messy at all.
The thing is, in a Huns war, if you have pretty much a perfect feudal age,
Mm-hmm.
you're still able, like you see Yo here, he's able to advance on 21 population, 1 boar,
Yep.
and no deer lured in. So that's just showing you how strong his Dark Age economy is, because you can't make any mistakes. Be able to up this quickly with only 1 boar. So
Mm-hmm.
he's actually 1 vil faster, and he's forwarding.
Yep.
So I actually like this a lot. His choice of strategy here. I do love the forwards. But, he does seem to be taking a little bit of a roundabout path here.
I think he just doesn't want to risk running into Dogao's scout, which is no doubt like heading back at that point, and or maybe the Vils at the front as well. So he just wants to go towards the side, attack from that hill, which is a very nice vantage point. There's also gold there. I don't know though.
Yeah,
Lumber camp would be nicer at this point in the game.
I feel like just from the way he's approaching here,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be struggling initially for the resources to even make ranges, let alone, wood upgrade, because he's got 2 farms.
And 4 Vils forward as well at the same time. So the big eco investment.
But it's an interesting decision here to go for control of back hill with the gold,
Mm-hmm.
rather than to try and make an initial assault on the front where the berries and wood is.
Yep.
So really, I feel like he's not going to be doing enough damage to Dogao's economy initially. Like, I feel like Dogao's almost going to be free to do as he wants here for a couple minutes with the scouts. Because Yo's not going to have enough army for another, 2 minutes at least to make any aggression onto, the wood or the food economy of Dogao. And with the tower coming up where it is from Dogao, his wood line and his farms are likely going to remain safe, basically against everything except for more forward towers from Yo.
Oh, careless by Dogao. He just lost a Vil on a farm under his TC.
He did, but now he's got 3 scouts going forward, and Yo has 1 spearman in the middle of the map here now, so likely Dogao will be able to equalize that dead villager.
It's quite close to the TC though. As long as Yo's paying attention, which apparently he's not. Yeah, he will be able to get it.
Yeah, and Dogao is actually affecting the economy of Yo here a lot, whereas Yo's forward really... He even kind of realized that he wasn't going to be able to do anything. He's halted production of skirmishers. He only made 1.
Ooh, nice quick wall from Yo. Fast fingers there. Almost, the scout's almost getting in there, but he manages to micro wall it just in time. Okay, so yeah, his Vils are safe from the scouts. Not
Right
the most
now,
efficient though.
Right now, Dogao has all the initiative in this game. If he wants to make army and attack and force the issue, I think Yo will struggle immensely if Dogao just pumps out some skirmishers.
What was Yo doing with that Vil forward? That one female Vil that's now going to get picked off by Dogao?
I'm not sure. Could have just been some kind of misclick or bad rally point. But the only thing Yo has at home here to defend with is the 1 spearman.
Yep.
If Dogao had even like 3 skirmishers forward right now, he could be laying total destruction on this economy.
Well, it looks like Yo's just gonna tower at home to defend, and he wants to put another forward tower, but he doesn't have any army right now, and those archery ranges from... Whoops, from Dogao.
What he's done is, I'm even gonna look if he has the farm upgrade. I'm gonna guess he might. Yeah. His forward was almost a fake here. All he did was build the one tower to get a little bit of map control, and then every investment after that was into horse collar, double bit axe, and all these farms. Because actually, it looks like they have an equal number of farms.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Yo might even have more, so... He really realized he wasn't going to be able to get in on that wood line, and he's just invested in eco. He wants to be up to Castle Age, but now he's not going to be able to, and he notices he's thrown up this stable, and he's going for scouts.
Interesting first tower position for Dogao. It does secure, I mean, your secondary gold at the front, but...
He's really just given up the back of his base, it appears, and he is building that tower, and he's gonna mine gold.
Okay.
But it's very forward. I would much prefer, you know, not taking a gold in the same screen as my enemy's stable, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. And now Yo's woodcut lumberjack's going to be in a bit of trouble. He doesn't have that tower up just yet, and the skirmishers are coming in.
Yo's got 3 scouts here. Once he gets a 4th, he can almost attack with his spearmen, scouts. I would rather he'd actually... Yeah, he's a little out of position, I'd say, because now he's going for the attack. You might as well have started it before you lost 2 vills. You weren't gonna wait for anything else.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what he's got in mind either. It's nice micro from Dogao, picking off all the spearmen before they can actually really do much damage. And Yo, even forced to bring in vills to fight this, he does now have the 6 scouts as well as the tower, and that should help him clear it up.
An easy clear up, and Yo's decision to not make skirm forward and to kind of invest in farm eco, which he's now turned into these scouts, as well as having 500 food in the bank. He's almost ready to go up to Castle Age.
Mm-hmm.
So really, even though his forward wasn't effective, in the sense that he wasn't really attacking the economy of the enemy, just because of the eco decisions he was taking at the same time, investing into eco, while Dogao was investing into 2 ranges and lots of skirmishers because he expected, you know, the forward aggression. He's kind of been able to trick Dogao, and now...
Are you sure that's a trick? He's not going castle, is he? He's getting bloodlines and he's dropping extra stables right now.
Yeah, well, he was able to trick into making the skirms, which has kind of allowed him to pull off this forward without making really any damage, and still, I would say he's in the superior position.
Okay.
I mean, Dogao is forced to take gold in the very middle of the map here.
Yep.
Both of them kind of are towering up, so... I'm not actually too excited about the decision from Yo to invest into Bloodlines +1/+1 scouts. I would rather probably have just went for Castle Age.
I think Castle Age would be the safer play here, especially with the number of towers he has up defending his economy.
Although, Dogao doesn't have any spears in position here, so a few vills might go down.
Or Yo's just gonna show mercy and let them live, apparently.
Yeah, so, well, still probably 1 vill.
That was not a good trade.
Yes. So really, I would say these scouts from Yo they're idling the enemy's economy, but I think he would have been,
And now Dogao's going to be
I
on
don't
the
know.
way to Castle Age a lot earlier. Yo spent all of his food on scouts, double staple scouts still going. He's got a really messy economy, 600 wood in the bank right now. His
The
economy...
only thing here is Yo is towering this gold from Dogao that's in this terrible position in the middle of the map here,
Yep.
and if he's able to force him off that with these towers, I don't think he's able to fully force him off, just because it's quite far away with that elevation. Yeah, it's out of range on the far side, so as long as Dogao is able to keep mining that gold, he's
Well,
in
I
a great
suppose
position here.
that's why Yo invested so heavily into this. He knew that Dogao would have access to no other gold piles if he takes down these towers.
I did not see these, like, 12 scouts. This is huge. Like, this is the game right here.
Yep.
I don't know why Dogao has 5 spearmen and they're all just chilling outside his wall.
He was expecting Yo to do the same thing that he did just earlier, which was go straight to his base and harass his economy in the back where he has towers, but instead, Yo just going for the fake out while he was attacking Dogao's economy in the back earlier. He was building the towers on top of the hill to take Dogao off gold, and now his scouts are coming in from the back and clearing out all these gold mining villas, and Dogao now has no access to any gold in Castle Age, so can't do much.
And if Dogao is not really able to reclaim this gold,
Which he won't be able to, it seems. I mean, there's just 3 towers from Yo already on that gold pile.
this is what I was talking about. Like, taking a gold pile so close to your enemy's base, it's just a really dangerous situation. But he's now trying to build a TC here, but he's losing a few vills.
Yeah, it's okay. He really needs the gold, so that's an okay trade for Dogao. Yo's just gonna get two vills there, and he'll probably retreat now. In the meantime, he's clicked up to Castle H himself. Keeping Dogao off gold for so long means that Dogao didn't really have the resources to upgrade his massive archers. So Yo now just has to be a little more careful, throw up a few extra towers, probably going to go knights in Castle Age, and defend back at home. He really wants Dogao off that gold though. He's still going for another tower on Dogao's main gold. He does have that defensive tower to help him take down the vills that are trying to kill his own villagers building the tower. And it looks like he should be able to get the tower up. He's got to be careful though, doesn't want to run into TC range, which he's going to do with the vill.
Yeah, I feel like Dogao really messed up here by not putting more effort into taking back his main gold pile and the back gold there. So really, all that was there was, you know, 1 tower and an archery range with 1 skirmisher. Like, really, he could have easily taken it back, and that would have avoided, you know, the only thing really keeping Yo in such a good position is that he's been able to deny Dogao gold. Dogao wasn't able to afford crossbow upgrade or +2. And really, this seems like a commanding position for Mr. Yo at this point.
Yep, so despite all that harassment earlier on, he's still only behind 4 villages. He's adding in a 3rd stable now. He's going for knights. He's been on gold this whole time, and his bloodline +1/+1 knight, soon to have chain binding armor, should be able to clear up this army very easily. And then Dogao's economies could be in a lot of trouble. I mean, he has towers,
Well,
but
he's still not on gold. He's been off gold for more than 5 minutes, and in a Huns war, you just can't afford that. Like, you need that gold income to be spending on, you know, upgrades, army. Instead, he has 600 stone, almost enough for a castle, two
Mm-hmm.
town centers, and just no real army to speak of.
He's trying to go for the gold in the corner now that Yo probably doesn't know about, so he will be on gold soon, but that town center isn't complete yet, so it's going to still take a little while for the gold income to come in. He's desperately trying to collect some gold from, well, his main gold pile there at the back of his base, but that tower is still being a nuisance, and now you're bringing the knights forward. Looks like he's got enough spearmen there.
Nice thing for Dogao is just because of how the game played out,
Mm-hmm.
Yo is going knights instead of archer units.
Yep.
If Yo was going for CAs here, I think it would probably be pretty much GG. It'd be so much economy rated. But the knights are actually not able to do too much against this many spearmen and the walls.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Yo is too bothered though. He looks like he wants to make his economy a little bit better, improve upon it. Has a second TC down, going to get a monastery as well. Has basically stopped knight production in one of the stables.
Well, no, he's producing lots of +2 knights, so.
Well, he's got one stable idling, so it's not that much. His economy, since they went up to Castle Age that late, can easily support mill production plus the knights, and he'll be able to get his third TC relatively quickly.
Yeah, that is true. All I'm saying is he's investing quite heavily into these knights. Like it's more army investment than eco investment right now, I would say.
Yeah, but he could have gone for the single TC full-on knights, but that's not what he decided to go for.
He really needs to complete this castle with all his vills.
I think he'll get it.
Yeah, he was just idling, really. He must have been looking away or something, because half his vills were idling and could have lost a lot of vills.
Alright, so it looks like Yo's not going to be able to do too much with the knights, and as for anyone who unfortunately does not enjoy the casting, then you can just, you know, watch the Rex later. That's not a problem. Goodbye, I hope you have a good day. And it looks like, yeah, Yo's not going to be able to do anything now with the walls at the front as well as the castle.
Yo almost looks like he's about to go Imperial Age. Like, his economy... It looks like he's gonna go for some kind of quick Imperial.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no other reason to float, 900 food on 2 town centers, unless you're planning on going up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just adding more TCs.
Well, if he can't do any damage, excuse me, with the knights, then there's no point in investing any more into them, and he might as well go Imperial Age, and then he can maybe go forward Siege. He's almost got the stone for the castle, so he can also consider dropping a castle towards the back of the map, and trebbing down that castle for Dogao, continuing to keep Dogao off of the gold, and slowly suffocate him out of the game.
He's just building a university now with 1 vill.
Mm-hmm.
But really, he's had the resources to go up for over a minute, so I'd say this is actually a pretty big error. He should have been putting more emphasis on getting this building complete and going up. Because being in the next stage that much faster, it's one of the biggest advantages you can get.
Yep.
I think you really want to try and maximize any time you have in a position like that.
Okay, so Dogao is now stonewalling the rest of his map up where you wanted him to wall a little bit earlier in the game, and looks like Yo's knights are going to find this, but too many pikes maybe there? Well, he needs to bring all of his pikes forward, and then you're probably not going to take that fight. Looks like Dogao doesn't want to fight there, though.
I feel like Yo probably shouldn't take any fights here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be going for Cavalier. I have to guess he would be going for that, just because of the number, but The
But
way he's playing here, it's a little strange if he's not transitioning.
I honestly don't know what he's going for. I don't see archery ranges. I see one castle going up at the front. It looks like he
There
wants
we
to
go.
sacrifice. Yeah?
No, he's just dropping down 4 archery ranges
Okay, there we go.
outside his base, so he is making the transition to
And so he's just going to use the
probably,
knights to kill off as much economy as possible in the meantime, since he isn't going cavalier.
yeah, that's what it seems like he's chosen. He's gonna go for CAs, I think. He doesn't have enough food to go for skirms, really.
Yeah. And he kind of already showed that hand when we saw the ballistics upgrade a little bit earlier from Yo, and it looks like he just finished Bodkin Arrow as well, so definitely going for CA.
I feel like just the fact that Dogao has 25 villagers and a town center all the way on the left here, I feel like that's going to be a big disadvantage for him. Yo has doubted it, and probably that's the first thing he's going to go and try and kill.
Yep.
And it's almost impossible for Dogao to defend. I mean, that's so out of the way from all his base and production.
Yeah.
Although Dogao is halfway to Imperial Age now, so that's quite good for him.
And Yo doesn't have any, well, he doesn't have enough army right now. He sacrificed all those knights, and now he's only got 10 units, and that is the biggest problem with the decision that he made earlier on, to use his knights to raid Dogao's economy, because now he doesn't have any army to defend himself.
Yeah, that actually did surprise me. I thought he was going to go for some kind of trebuchet cavalier, you know, really strike fast in early imp combo.
Yeah.
Instead, he's really gone Imperial, and he's not able to push anywhere. He just doesn't have enough units. So this is gonna set up for a longer Imperial war here than I think it really was looking. It looked like the game, I don't know, could end earlier in a lot of spots. No one was really able to take a critical advantage.
Yep.
It's amazing with how much back and forth, and they're both on the same number of vills, and they're both kind of in Imperial, massing army, not really pushing anywhere other than... now you see a bit of a ram push at the isolated town center from Dogao.
And it looks like Dogao is not coming back to defend it, he's just going to leave it alone. And Yo's actually found that extra TC on the other side of the map from Dogao, and he's going to drop a town center on the extra gold pile himself, while also raiding with knights.
It's quite big, though, that Dogao is just losing this economy here, because that 25 vills, it's almost a quarter of his vills are over there. Like, it's not really a good thing to be losing a quarter of your economy for free here at the start of Imperial. It's gonna give really, you'd have to expect it would give a big eco edge to Yo at this point.
And with that castle on the hill, it makes it quite difficult for Dogao to come in. He's actually going to wrap around, avoid the castle, and see what damage he can do to Yo's economy. But Yo's also built quite a lot of TCs, and he's got most of his economy fairly well defended. He can always come in with his own cav archers to defend from the army of Dogao, looking at upgrades. Okay, so chemistry advantage so far for Yo, and everything else is pretty much dead.
Come in shortly.
Yeah.
Yo is just missing one defense upgrade. But you can see now, they were equal villagers, and now Yo is 30 villagers ahead. That's a big advantage for, you know, he didn't really have to sacrifice very much to kill that economy. He lost maybe a handful of cav archers. So that's really going in his favor right now.
And
Thumb ring, there's no thumb ring for Dogao just yet.
he has it now.
So that,
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been the reason why he kept running instead of engaging there, but and now he's left his army a little trapped. Or
Did
at
he
least
cancel
that
chemistry? I could have sworn that Dogao had chemistry on the way, but now it's still +3 attack and no +4 attack.
Yeah. Did the university die somehow?
I
That's the
don't
only
think so.
thing.
No, it didn't. But it looks like he doesn't have chemistry still, and Heavy Cav Archer now on the way for Yo, choosing not to get the last Archer armor upgrade, it seems. A big fight happening on the hill behind Yo's base. He now has Heavy Cav Archer upgraded.
All should be in Yo's favor.
It should be with the Heavy Cav Archer. Yep.
And really, that's probably the game, I would say. He's got a lot more map control right now. He's controlling 2 of the extra golds, and he sees this 3rd extra gold, and he's actually just about to take it as well, so...
Yeah.
Pretty hard to see a way back into this for Dogao.
Okay, so you're now already with Siege Ram on the way. Should be able to ram down that TC very easily. Still has the garrisoned up stables as well, ready to clear out this TC from Dogao. I mean, Dogao, he's mined out almost all of the gold inside his base. He still has his main gold, which he only had access to really late in the game. So there is that, but Yo also has 2 relics. I don't think Dogao has relics. No, he doesn't have a monastery, so no relics for Dogao so far. Looks like he's making the transition into... well, he's getting husbandry and iron casting. So what is he doing?
There's just no way he's going to be able to retake all of the map. Yo just has firm control over the map. He's got the better military.
He's got more upgrades, his economy is stronger, there's really, yeah, like you said, there's not much that Dogao can do, yeah.
Yeah, Yo really, have to say, he did really keep the initiative all game. Dogao was always stuck, you know, doing things he didn't want to do, whether it was taking gold in the middle of the map, you know, building a TC isolated so far away. You know, not being able to really do anything with the military because he couldn't afford crossbow and bodkin, so...
Yeah. So it looks like this should be the game-ending fight here once Yo masses up all of his units. He's getting, excuse me, siege workshops as well, and he should be making those siege rams. He's also made the transition into light cav. We'll have plate barding armor soon on those. So he's gone for the late Imperial Age Hun unit composition already, which is something that Dogao not quite in the same position to do yet.
Dogao just, he didn't have the economy after he lost his base there, because he doesn't have heavy cav archer, he doesn't have upgraded hussars, and he doesn't have siege ram. Yo has all 3 of these things.
Yeah.
It's really... Dogao's just being a little stubborn at this point. There's just no way back.
Maybe he's thinking about what he'll do in the next game.
Perhaps. He's got a decent population at 146, but it's over.
Yeah. We even see Yo upgrading guilds now, so he's thinking about abusing the market to deny Dogao as much as he needs the gold himself. I think it's more about denying Dogao of using it, if he does use the market, because he knows Dogao has to have very limited access to gold by this point, if he has any at all, and in fact he is going to deny that secondary gold pile from Dogao in the back. Main gold pile still there, but not much left, and that's where he's choosing to attack. We're seeing siege rams from Dogao as well, but still no hussar. So the hussar from Yo doing a pretty good job of clearing up the rams from Dogao, while Yo pushes forward with his heavy cav archers and siege rams. And once those heavy cav archers, which should slowly push in, get in there, I think Dogao should be I'm surprised he hasn't called it yet, but it's just a matter of time now. Alright, so if we're looking at the map, Yo's mining out all the gold on the map. If you look at his resources, he's got 2k plus wood, more than 2k food, almost 2k gold, and we're looking at Dogao, not even close to pop, and he has no resources left. Yo keeps building more castles as well across the map just to secure more map control. I don't even know where his castles are going up, but they're going up in the middle of the map.
Yeah, Yo just sold all his resources, so he has 6,000 gold. He's rich.
Yep. Well, he has more than enough economy to get that, get the resources back quickly, and that also means that Dogao will not be able to use the market now. Or at least it'll be a lot less efficient for him.
Dogao, he's not doing anything. He's just sitting in his corner of the base here, or corner of the map.
And looks like Yo's happy to just throw his Hussar at Dogao. He's even gotten the Cavalier upgrade now. So we're gonna see, yeah, Yo going Cavalier and Heavy Cav Archers, because why not if you're that rich?
Indeed. We might even see some paladins here.
Oh, well, yeah, looks like he's saving up for it, for sure. Look at the food count. I'm hearing monks. Okay, so dead monk from Yo, but I think it's done its job. He's got 3 relics in the bank. He's had 2 for an extended period of time. I mean, paladin on the way for Yo. I almost feel like he was waiting for Dogao to resign and then it never happened, so he changed his mind and he was like, well, I'm rich, I might as well just go full gold units, show off my wealth, intimidate you into resigning.
Too bad that the Huns don't get siege onagers.
Why? Because you want to see him flatten those cav archers with siege onagers?
I just want to see him build like a big parade of like 50 siege onagers. Like, I'm so rich, I can build all these expensive high-tech weapons.
Yep.
Looks like Dogao still foolishly believing he can accomplish something in this game, is moving towards the middle to, I don't know, do a little ram dance.
And looks like he's raiding with Hussar across the map. But Paladin is now complete for Yo. And he's got more than enough economy to pump the Paladins out. But in fact, Dogao overtaking Yo in Vil count now, 124 to 116. Did manage to actually kill off quite a bit of economy from Yo. And
Yo was sending, like, if you look at the
middle of the map, I know.
original town center, there's like 20 vills that Yo just sent forward to attack a blacksmith with their small knives and their fists.
And as for the comment, we're not biased against Dogao. I can honestly say that if MBL did the same thing, I would say the same thing about him. I mean, it just...
I think sometimes you gotta take the chat's trolling, just ignore it.
I know, but some people are... I can't tell if they're trolling or they honestly just believe it. There are some who believe what they say, you know? You gotta address the people
Everyone's a troll. That's my philosophy.
Alright. Well, looks like Yo's decided he's gonna raid with paladins, you raid with Hussar, I raid with paladins. You know, it's a competition.
Decided to move the party from the outskirts of Dogao's base into, you know, to the back of the club here. Many vills going down.
Yeah. I mean, now Dogao's dropped to 100 vills and just under 100 villagers. He can't stop the push at the front either. It looks like he did manage to afford heavy cav archer, so we're seeing quite a nice massive heavy cav archers for Dogao now, but Yo's still got quite a few heavy cav archers himself. Yeah?
Unfortunately, he's got the heavy cav archer paladin combo, which is pretty OP.
I mean, it's only the most expensive unit composition that Huns can pretty much go for, right?
And Dogao is really playing this game to the death.
Yes. He's down to 80 villagers now. He has still no map control. He's got, what, one relic? I think 2 relics, okay, so he does have 2 relics in the bank, but with the Hussar just flooding in from Yo, you have to ask, is it worth it for me to continue playing this game? Should I just move on, clear my head, get ready for the next game, and get into a better mental space for it as well?
But it's not even a better mental space, it's just he was so obviously dead. There's just no point to continue.
Mm-hmm. Alright. 409 units killed for Yo, 228 units lost, 23 buildings razed, and 87 to 76 largest army, so Yo killing way more than he lost. In terms of economy, Yo having 4.5k more gold, much more stone, fairly even in terms of wood, and a little bit more food in favor of Yo. As for the rest, well, not too important. We see 6 castles to 1, so a lot of map control from Yo with those castles placed all over the map, especially securing gold piles. He had 3 relics and 1,790 relic gold to 465, 142 to 124 Vil high, which takes it to 1-0 in favor of Yo so far.